The game that gave me so many sleepless nights, because first of all I was playing it a lot, and second I was trying to hit the perfect settings for Sly 2080 Ti, and I have few links in the description and you can see what kind of performance I was getting even with the same settings that I'm using now. So with these settings, with exactly the same settings that you've seen here earlier, I was getting with the slide, I was getting around 40-50 frames per second. And let me tell you, the gameplay, the fluidity of the game was nowhere near. Somehow I always had this feeling that this game uh, with the Sly never performed how it should be. And I've tried so many settings and I've done so many tweaks. Nothing worked in the end because even though the GPUs were ramping up to, I don't know, 75, 80% each of them, uh, it was like I couldn't see that performance in the game. So it was really frustrating. I ended up playing that game in a single GPU because actually I had better performance. Uh, and in a single 2080 Ti, I was getting somewhere, I mean, 40, maximum 50 FPS with this kind of settings. Later on, I will switch on to more extreme settings because I've seen that everyone is turning off the field of view, and for me this feature for this game, it's a must, and it looks so much better with that one switch on. So um, I just want to show that it's not such a big performance hit, and actually that feature is a must in this game. I mean, of course it depends on each of you, but it looks so much better, and you will see what I mean. It's true that field of view gave me many headaches in Sly because um, like anti-analyzing, Sly has a problem with scaling something that is very far away with two GPU. So it's kind of a tricky one, and sometimes you're getting all kind of even performance losses, serious ones, and FPS drops because of that. So this is like a notice to the people who are still using the slide. Obviously, if you're not convinced about what I'm saying now, you can go to those clips and you will see how much I was struggling and what kind of performance I was getting. But let's do this jump over here. Jesus, look at that FPS. It's absolutely amazing in this kind of settings. And let's uh, let's switch to something more serious, because people will argue about that, and we will see how it goes. Now, I will be with this ones that I'm doing now. I will be on the same level with the slide. So exactly the same level as slide. This is the basic settings over there. There you go, field of view, everything maxed. Oh, I had problems with this one, with the slide, many errors and FPS drops and so on. And this is exactly how I was using the slide. And guess what? I was getting around, let's say, maximum 35-40 frames per second in this one. And now with the single GPU, I'm getting this. And this is a very demanding area because you have a lot of vegetation and this kind of thing. but once I get into the city, the things are starting to look much better. And as you can see, it started to look better. Plus, I still have the overclock available. I mean, not overclock, but ramping up the power draw to 123%. So I still have some performance left on the table if I want to, to go on the extreme. Plus, I still have the turbo boost for the CPU, which I didn't enable. So probably I'm gonna go easy over 70 FPS in these settings, or on average, and that's a very important performance boost over the slime. Plus, no more headaches from all the errors and whatever. And before anyone would say something, yes, I've forced the slide on this one with NVIDIA Inspector. I've did all the tweaks and tricks and whatever because I love this game. I've played it many hours, and I wanted to to ramp up the FPS a little bit, but no matter what I've tried, nothing worked. And I had that bittersweet feeling that this game I finished playing but without hitting more performance from it. So who knows, maybe sometime in the future I will start playing it again, because these are the early stages of the game. I haven't done any missions or whatever. I've just installed it and I'm gonna use it for different benchmarks. But yeah, another thing that I want to say, this is not the type of game that you should play in 8K. Even if, let's say, you manage to hit a playable 25 FPS, you ain't gonna enjoy it. We're not there yet. Let's master this 4K resolution and everything maxed out, and then we can see what's gonna happen when we go 4 times 4K. But probably that's gonna be for the next generation. And I can hear all the noise and all the titles. 8K 60 frames per second average, new generation, whatever, blah 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 blah. And then availability 0. Again, we're gonna start fighting about stock and all this kind of. I hope coronavirus will disappear till then. Anyway, who knows? We will see. Today someone was asking like when we should upgrade from this motherboard and to what CPU. For me, I'm using Rampage 6 Extreme, and for me it would be very easy to jump to a 10900K from Intel. Is compatible, and yeah, I could go to that, but gaming is not the only thing that I'm doing, and it's kind of hard for me to go from a 16 cores 32 threads to a 10 cores. So probably I'm gonna wait, and especially if you are only a gamer and you're not doing much more than that, I would advise you to wait if you don't want to switch to AMD, because already, and we have to admit, AMD is doing a tremendous job. You'll have to wait because 10900K is already, in my opinion, performance wise, is surpassed by AMD and whatever they have now. I'm not saying the fact that they have 5950X on the trigger. So as long as you have something close to 9900K from Intel, or even that one, you are on the safe side from the CPU point of view, because gaming today is much more about the GPU than the CPU. And the CPU part you can cover. Look at this insane field of view. So the CPU part is covered. You should invest in, I don't know, in a better graphic card. So I'm gonna wait until Intel will become relevant again, and probably I'm gonna, change the motherboard, and I'm gonna come up with a combo somewhere, probably late next year. But we will see. It's such a long time till then. Who knows what's gonna happen? Yeah. So this is my advice. Okay. So this was a longer video than usual, and I thank you all for watching till the end. And see you in the next one. Take care, and tell me if that field of view on max doesn't look absolutely stunning. I mean, come on, this is a must in this game. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe.